I was addicted to porn for 6 years, right? Doing it every single day, feeling like a loser. No confidence, no girls, just a normal story, right? I tried to quit. I didn't just give up straight away. I tried to quit over 100 times. I'm not exaggerating. Over 100 times, I did the same thing. I got onto NoFap. Get 1-2 days in, I pretty much quit porn cold turkey. That's what NoFap is. Get 1 or 2 days in because the motivation was there. Day 3 comes, as soon as I wake up, the biggest urge I've had in months. The past 2 days of one was just caught up. My brain's realised, oh, he's not watching porn. Why? What's happening? Are we in a war? Is something wrong? My brain doesn't know I'm just trying to quit, right? I'm still addicted, but I tried to quit cold turkey, which is stupid. So, day 3 of NoFap, I'd fail. I'd relapse, hate myself for it, so I'd relapse again. Realise, well, I'm on day 0 of NoFap. I've already failed. I'll do it again and again and again. Write this day off, start again tomorrow. Over 100 times I did that shit, okay? Why did I keep doing it over 100 times, over and over again, even though it clearly didn't work? Don't know, I guess I'm just retarded. And that was just the most common advice online. You type in, how do you quit porn? NoFap, 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 okay? And it's shit advice. That brings me to point number 1, get off NoFap. It doesn't work. You're addicted to porn, right? You're doing it every day. You've done it every single day for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, right? You're addicted. It's just in your brain, ingrained. Watch porn every single day. How are you going to go from that 1 minute to the other minute going on to NoFap, where it's like level 100, the hardest way to quit, right? It's quitting cold turkey. Stupid. Would you tell a fat person who needs to lose weight to just never eat again, right? They'd be perfectly fine if they did that, okay, if they didn't eat for months, but how? They're clearly not disciplined, they're fat. So how can they just quit cold turkey, food completely, for months? They can't. So you just take out one unhealthy meal and replace it with a healthy meal. Still give them some chocolate, but just make it a bit more healthier. You don't go from one extreme to the other. You don't start off on level 1 to level 100, do you? No, you taper it down. That's why NoFap doesn't work. You're going from the complete max to just 0. And that's why you can't keep up. You might have some temporary motivation for a couple of days, but it'll run out. And then you realise, oh, I'm actually never going to watch porn again, am I? Well, that's sad. My life's shit now, because I'm still sad. Let's watch porn. That's what happened. So get off NoFap. So it's all good me telling you that, but what did I actually do? I got onto my system called LessFap. Now, LessFap is just how it sounds. This week, watch porn less than you did last week. That's it. Excuse me. Do not go to 0. Just do it less. If you did it 10 times last week, do it 8 times this week, or even 9, 7 next week, 5 the week after that, and just keep going down. Within a couple months, you've gone from doing it once or twice a day to once a week, right? It's really that simple. If you fail some weeks, you do it too many times, it's fine. Just forgive yourself. If you beat yourself up, you're going to end up going back into the cycle and relapsing another 3 times. If you fail, who cares, right? You're already on a great path. It's not even a fail. You're already trying to quit porn. You're already ahead of 99% of people. So there's no need to be mad at yourself, okay? And literally, you're still watching porn. You're just doing it less and less. You're making progress towards quitting porn, which feels great because if you've been on NoFap, you don't make progress for years and it feels shit. And finally, each week you watch less porn, you get more benefits. So if you watch 10% porn 10% less this week, you'll be 10% more confident, 10% less anxiety, 10% more testosterone, all the benefits you want. They don't come from quitting porn cold turkey. They just come from watching it less. You don't need to be perfect to get all the benefits. Now, I'm not saying, yeah, just continue to watch porn once a week for the rest of your life. No, right? I want you to quit at some point, but getting onto NoFap is not the way to do it when you're addicted. If you get onto my system of LessFap, within a few months, if you're watching it once a week, once every 2 weeks, then you want to go on NoFap, you can, because you don't have an addiction. You can happily go a few months without it, right? But again, if you fail, you get to day 89 and you fail, don't beat yourself up. It really doesn't matter. Just do that as a challenge for yourself. If you fail, who gives a shit? Try again, or yeah, just don't care about it. Now, there's no pressure, but before I go into the next tip, the link below is my porn quitting course. It's literally expert advice on how to quit. It's very cheap. It supports me. You'll quit faster. So if you're interested, just check it out. How do you actually overcome urges? Practically, what do you do when you get an urge? Because it's all good saying, oh yeah, I'll just watch porn 3 times a week, 3 times this week. But if you get an urge, what are you going to do? Because I've tried it all. I've tried meditating on the urge. I've tried breathing to circulate the sexual energy through my whole body. I can't do any of that, right? Willpower, you may say, I'll just use willpower to resist it. Let's imagine you wake up in bed where you're used to watching porn and you get an urge to watch it. But you're like, no, I'm going to use willpower to resist it. When you wake up, your willpower starts here. 10 minutes of resisting porn goes by, goes to there, another 10 minutes, another 10 minutes. 30 minutes of waking up, you've got no willpower left for the rest of the day because you've just tried to resist porn. What happens when you're here? Still in bed, discipline's gone because you've used it all up, you relapse because you've got no discipline left because you've just used it for resisting porn, but then you've ended up just watching porn, okay? So you've relapsed within 30 minutes of waking up, you're still in bed, and your willpower, does it go back up here? No, it stays there for the rest of the day because you've used it up. People think we've got unlimited willpower. You don't, it drains. So now, what are the chances of you watching porn again, right, when your willpower's here for the rest of the day? So much higher, right? Chance of you scrolling, eating junk food, doing anything is so much higher because you've got no discipline left. So it was pointless staying in bed and trying to resist it because you failed. So what should you have done? You should have got up out of your environment that you're used to watching porn in and moved, right? When you're horny and want to watch porn, but you're trying to resist it, why would you stay in the same bed you've watched it 1,000 times in? You're just telling your brain, hey brain, I'm in bed, I usually watch porn here in the morning time, I'm not moving, I'm horny. Your brain's just going to think, oh, he's just watching porn then. It'll be like, oh, well, go on then, why have you not started? It'll be confused why you've not done it. So what's it going to do? It's going to make you more horny. It's going to get rid of your willpower, so you watch porn. You can't blame your brain. You're effectively telling your brain you want to watch porn because you're staying in bed like a jackass. What you should do is get up and move. Go for a walk, right? Do you know what the power of doing that is? Before you've even put your shoes on to leave, the erection is 90% gone. The urge is 90% gone. Because walking downstairs, putting your shoes on, you just told your brain, not out loud, but in your mind, you just told your brain, hey brain, we're not watching porn, clearly. I've left the bed, right? I'm going for a walk. I don't need an erection right now. And your brain's going to be like, all right, cool. Oh, he's going to the gym. He's going to do some activity. All right, we'll give you some testosterone. We'll give you some energy. We'll get rid of the erection. You don't need that right now. Maybe later. Boom. It's that simple. Just tell your brain by moving that you need help. You don't need an erection right now. You don't want to watch porn because you're not going to get a boner at the gym, are you? Well, I hope you wouldn't anyway. So your brain's just on your side if you let it be. But if you stay in bed, your brain is just thinking that you want to watch porn. Okay, so it's going to help you do that. If you move through action, which is the best way to overcome urges, you're effectively telling your brain, I don't want to watch it. Get rid of the erection. Boom. Now, one more thing I'll tell you is the main reason I quit. Okay, finding this out scared me badly, right? Okay, I realised every time I was watching porn, this was in the back of my mind, that this is going to happen if I keep watching it. Now, it is this. Watching porn turns you into a cook. If you don't know what a cook is, it's pretty much when a man enjoys watching his wife or his girlfriend, whatever, the woman he loves, be with another man sexually. Yeah. I say it in all the videos, but I hate saying it. It doesn't get easier to say. It's disgusting. You're probably like, what are you on about? Huh? You've never heard of it. I'd be pretty shocked if I was you. That's fine. Look it up online. C-U-C-K. It's a real thing. I don't know if it's called a mental disorder or whatever, but it's weird. Okay? Do you think these people who have these disorders, right, the brain's corrupted, do you think they were born like that? Do you think they just came out the womb like, oh yeah, when I get a wife, yeah, I can't wait for her to be with another man whilst I watch, even though she's my wife. You don't just think that. It's over years and years of your brain being corrupted by what? Porn. How? Because what is porn? It's you in the corner, jacking off like a little monkey, watching the girl you want, the girl you're attracted to, be with another man. You're not involved. You can tell your brain, oh yeah, I'd fuck her, yeah. But you're not though. You're in the corner watching her be with another man. Okay? You're literally putting yourself in the cook chair. Okay? If you've been into a hotel, there's always a chair in the corner facing the bed. Okay? Cooks sit in that chair whilst they watch their wife be with another man. I know this is weird, but it's just the truth. Okay? And when I found this out, that watching porn makes you into a cook, it scared me. I didn't quit straight away because I was still addicted, but it scared me. Okay, so each time you watch it, I just want you to keep in mind, you're getting this much closer to becoming a cook. Maybe if you watch porn another 1,000 times, you'll wake up and become a cook. Another 10,000 times, maybe another 10 times. I don't know how long it's going to take for you. But when you reach that point, I don't know if it'll be too late. I don't know. I didn't get to that point, thank God. Okay, I quit when I was 19. I was still addicted for 6 years. I did too much, right? But I did not get to that point, okay? But one day, probably someone watching this video will get to that point where they wake up and they get the idea of their wife, their future girlfriend, whatever, being with another man, won't be repulsive to them. They'll be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Cool, right? Because like, what's that doing to your self-esteem? You're literally telling your brain each time you watch porn, I'm not good enough to be involved with them for whatever reason. That's the alpha male, as cringe as it is. I'm clearly the beta male watching. And yeah, I don't even want to be involved anyway. Oh, I like watching, yeah? Is it okay if I watch, guy? You're just making yourself into a bitch. Convincing yourself you don't even want to be involved. You'd rather watch, right, whilst the alpha gets the girl. You're putting yourself in the beta position, making yourself into a cook purposefully, destroying your self-esteem. No wonder you don't respect yourself. This is why. So keep this in mind each time you watch porn. When you get an urge, use action and move and tell your brain, I'm not watching it. And finally, forget NoFap. Stop trying to rush. Get onto LessFap. You'll be fine. Just take this advice and you'll quit porn faster than me. Okay? Hope this helped. Subscribe if it did to help me reach 500 subs. Goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.